According to you?
No, according to me.
Oh, according to us.
Yes.
Good morning. Welcome to episode 4 of According to Us. I'm Hunter Pratt.
And I'm Maggie Prolsma.
Welcome to today's episode. This week it's pretty crazy. It's been a crazy week. It's finals week. I mean, last week of classes, there's just a lot going on.
Things are hectic.
It's hectic.
I don't even know
hell.
what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it's a Friday. It's only Thursday.
Okay, the only thing that's getting me through this week is the fact that my friends and I are going swimming on Friday. I've been trying to go swimming since October, and now we're finally
Are
doing
you gonna go
it.
play mermaids?
Yes.
Get the goggles?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, guys, watch, and do a handstand.
Thank God. That's literally my favorite thing to do whenever I go swimming. I will literally make my boyfriend play mermaids with me. I'm
Yes.
we're playing mermaids. Write my handstand.
No, exactly. It's so fun. I don't know why people don't do it.
I know. Okay, I'm so not one of those girlies that's don't get my hair wet. No.
Mhm.
Dunk me.
Yeah.
I want to be doing, flips.
I'm gonna be playing chicken. Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
I'm so excited.
Bro, I'm terrible at playing chicken. I always lose.
Me too.
Because I'm, always so scared of being too aggressive. What if I poke out their eye?
I'm the one that has to put them on their shoulder.
Correct.
Literally.
Okay, Hunter, what's on the menu?
Okay, we're going to talk about, how the week's going so far. It's been pretty crazy. So we're going to talk about car accidents. A little dreary.
Did somebody get in a little crash?
Yes, on the way to go film this podcast yesterday, actually, so I had to cancel that.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that in a bit. And we're going to talk about speeding tickets, coming to campus on the last week, what it takes, just trying to get through. I'm so checked out. So checked out.
Oh, same.
I cannot be bothered.
No. I have, group members, emailing me about these projects, and I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
I thought we were done.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean?
can handle
Mentally,
it.
I'm not there. We
Yes.
have one more final to write, and, it's a no.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No, honestly, I'm just kind of if it happens, it happens.
Right.
I'll still pass.
Jesus, take the wheel.
No, literally.
This is, the time of year where I'm, calculating what I need to get on the final.
Yeah.
In order to just pass the course.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
even care if I excel anymore.
Yeah, how much do I need to study, right?
Right? So this will be interesting. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay, first off, Hunter, just walk me through your car accident.
It's so fresh. Literally happened yesterday. I wasn't the one driving. I was the passenger. But it was my sister's car. And she was like, yeah, I'll give you a ride to your class or whatever. So I'm like, okay. We're driving, on the way to MRU. And then she rear ends 4 cars. But before that, there were, these 2 guys. And they were, swerving in and out of lanes. They're, driving these fancy cars. And they're, these 2 friends in 2 different cars. And they're, being, pretty dumb on the road or whatever. And so they stop at the light, or I guess they stopped. I don't know, because I happened to look down at my phone, and she happened to turn to wave at these elementary school kids that were waving at us. So she turned to wave, look back, boom, rear ends this old lady. And that was a whole ordeal because the fire department had to come, the police had to come, because it's an accident. And then she can't drive her car now because there's fluid leaking from it and stuff. But one thing about that accident that really rubbed me the wrong way is when the police came to take statements or whatever. The old lady that she directly rear-ended was so they were oh, is anyone hurt? Is everyone okay? The old lady, she's like, I'm actually really shocked. I think I'm gonna puke. I was like, okay, you're fine. You're literally okay. We were going 30 kilometers an hour. And she was just I don't feel good. I called my husband. I'm really stressed out. And it was Brooklyn was literally a mess. I was the one helping her deal with getting insurance and stuff like that. She was in total shock. I was calling the tow truck and all that. It was right nuts. And then the 2 guys, they're these pretty much these douchebags. No other way to put it. But they were what the fuck? How could you do this? Are you dumb? Or stuff like that, cussing out. When it happened, the accident, which is fair enough because you're upset, you wrecked your car, brand new BMW or something like that. I don't know cars.
Okay, BMW, big waste of money. It's not that nice.
That's what it stands
Remain
for.
calm.
Big waste of money.
Literally. BMWs
BWM.
they always break.
Yeah.
And the parts are so expensive. Big waste of money.
Yeah. That's actually funny. That's what it stands for.
Yes.
And they're like cussing out. They had mad anger issues. They were cussing out cars that were driving by who were looking. They're like, "What, you fat pig?" and all this. And like, I don't know. It was just a whole ordeal. And then Brooklyn had to write her statement. And she was in such shock that like you couldn't even read it. It was like 3 sentences. She wrote like, "I was driving. The sun was in my eye." And like, so we went back to the police station later that day so that she could write a better, more detailed statement. Cause like we were really trying to like throw her under the bus a lot. But yeah, that was my day yesterday.
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
So, like, do we have a rough estimate of how much this will cost her?
I don't know. Well, she got a ticket for following too close, and then she had to pay for the tow truck.
What's the wait? What was the ticket?
It was $200, I think.
And then how much was the tow?
Tow was only $30, and then she'll get an estimate for her car, but I think don't think it's looking good. She'll be taking the bus from now on.
That is rough.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, have you ever been in a car accident where like you were the driver?
No, actually, no, I can't say this on air. I was gonna hit and run.
Shut up!
In first year.
Wait, you need to tell.
Okay, so
It's fine.
in first year did a hit and run. Okay.
We're not proud.
No, definitely not. So I did a hit and run in first year. I was in the residence parking lot. I was visiting my sister, whose roommate was an RA, so I was at her RA event or whatever. And a bunch of these like people pull up, and they were like in a friend group of the boy that I liked at the time. So I was like real shook up or whatever. So I was like, oh my god, I need to leave. So I left. I think I had to go do my radio show. So I left. I reversed out of the parking lot, and I'm not paying attention. And I was like, oh, I have so much space. And I go, boom, and I hit this car. And then I call my sister immediately. And I'm like, yo, I just hit that car in the parking lot. She's like, well, like, leave a note or, like, something like that. So I left a note. And I think it's because my writing was so messy that they never ended up contacting me because they probably couldn't read my phone number.
Did you do the writing messy intentionally?
I'll never tell.
Oh my god.
But yeah, mistakes.
It's fine. You know, you live and you learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Who among us, you know?
They're just driving around with one less light on their car. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad.
Rip. Rip. Okay, I personally, like, knock on wood, I have yet to get in a car accident that was caused by me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have had my fair share of, like, just stupid moments.
Yeah.
Like, over the summer, me and my boyfriend went golfing, and, like, this is going to be hard to describe on a podcast, but my car was, like, parked, and his was, like, kind of pulled up behind me, so we were, like, making a T with our cars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And, like, you know, this was back when we were, like, very much in the honeymoon stage, so, like, your goodbyes take, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? And, like, they still do. Like, I don't care. So, anyways, of course, I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
And then,
Bye,
you know, bye. And then, like, you know, I go to get into my car, and he, like, rolls down his window. He was like, what, I don't get a kiss? And so, of course, you know, I get out of the car, go to kiss him. And my car's a standard, and it was in neutral, and I forgot that released my parking brake. So while I'm, like, you know, giving him a goodbye kiss, my car's, like, slowly rolling back into his brand new 2023 truck. And then he, like, opens his eyes. He's like, Maggie, look. I'm like, oh, shit. So I'd, like, literally, like, Mission Impossible, open my door, get into my car while it's rolling back, get the e-brake. He's, like, reversing his car. It, like, just scrapes his front bumper. I'm like, oh, my God, I feel so bad. Because, like, I don't really care about my car. It's, like, not as new.
Right.
Like, obviously I care, but, like, not to that extent.
Aesthetics,
You know what I mean?
A scratch is a
So,
scratch.
anyways, I was like, that was actually such a big rip moment for me. I was like, I just scratched his brand new truck. This is how you know this man loves me.
That's low-key embarrassing.
It was very embarrassing. And then I remember, like, getting home because, like, my car was more scratched than his.
Yeah.
And I, like, my dad's a mechanic, so, like, he always, like, notices if there's, like, something with our cars that is, like, new-ish.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, so I was, like, hiding that scratch for a little bit, but of course he found out. But thank God his truck was, like, fine. He could buff it out pretty easy.
Oh, that's
so I was
good.
like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But what about speeding tickets, Hunter?
Speeding tickets? Oh my
Have
gosh.
you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
I have actually, but I got really lucky. So it was like last winter. We went to get like tea funny bubble tea. If you know, you know. Um, and we're driving, and I was like, I want to go look at like a site. I want to like go to a lookout. So we're like at Nose Hill or whatever, and then we leave, and I'm like coasting down this hill, and I'm going like 70, but apparently it's a 50 zone. I get pulled over. And yeah, I'm like really scared. I'm like, oh my god, it's my first ticket. I was so nervous. And then I went to go pay it like a couple days later. He never put it in the system. Like ever. I continuously went and checked up on it and nothing. I went to like AMA, like the registry or whatever, to like see if I had to pay it. And they're like, no, like it was never put in the system. Wait for a letter in the mail. Never got a letter in the mail. So moral of the story, I dodged a bullet.
Bless that lazy car.
Right?
Why can't that happen to me?
Right? He must have felt bad for me or something, because I was like, oh, I was like very panicked.
All right, story time.
Mm-hmm.
I am not proud of this and like have definitely like obviously learned and matured since then. But I actually got my license suspended
Oh no.
when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
No, not even 17. I was
Oh.
17 because the suspension got put in place on my 18th birthday and it
No.
got lifted on Christmas Eve. That was like truly the year from hell.
Right.
Because I had to do all of my Christmas shopping online. I couldn't leave the house. I had to walk to work in like minus 30. It was terrible. I hated my life so much. I will never get my license suspended again. It definitely like taught me a good lesson.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it was just like accumulative demerits. So I don't know if that's better or worse. But yeah, so my first ticket, this was like back when your license plate had like those little stickers with like the renewal dates.
Mm-hmm.
And got my sticker in the mail, just didn't put it on because my parents were like, oh, it's too cold outside, like it won't stick. Just wait until like it's not minus 30 and then put it on and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, might have lost that sticker and then like summer rolls around. I'm driving around without this stupid sticker and like I don't even realize it. I'm like in downtown Calgary at like a 7-Eleven. These two cop cars like corner me in and they're like tapping on my window with their flashlight. I like immediately start crying.
Yes.
And
I'd be
they're
so
like,
scared.
yeah, like you don't have the like sticker on your license plate. Like we could tow you for this. And like at the time, like my parents were both gone on their vacation for like a full month.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started crying. I was like, please, my mom and dad are here. I was like, I don't have anybody to come get me. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm so sorry. And they like obviously saw that I was like a very new driver and this was like my first offense. So they were like, okay, we're just going to give you like a ticket and then like be on your way, but definitely get the sticker sooner rather than later. Otherwise, like we'll put a like patrol out for your license plate. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
So that one was scary. And then my second one, it was like 2 a.m. I was a DD. I was driving my friends home.
Oh no.
And I was in Cochrane and there was a stop sign and I didn't come to a complete 3-second stop.
No way.
But okay, I drive a stick. So
Yeah.
like a stop to me means that I now have to go back into first gear. So like that is the closest thing I could possibly get to a stop.
Mhm.
Anyways, guy pulls me over. I cry every single time I get pulled over. Like
course.
immediately I cry.
Who wouldn't?
So yeah, he gives me a ticket, but he did lessen it because I was crying. But like when I say cry, I'm not talking about like, oh, like soft, like gorgeous tears. Like, please, officer,
nice sob.
don't give me a ticket. No, it's like there's snot dripping down my face. I'm like dry heaving. Like I've literally had
All
it
or
before.
nothing.
Like all or nothing. No, this was the ticket actually where the cop was like, I can't, like legally, I can't leave you to pull away until you calm down. So he's like, I'm gonna stay parked behind you until you feel you're safe to drive.
The emotional distress.
And he wouldn't turn off his fucking lights behind me, so it was really hard for me to calm down. And I was like, what the hell? Like, this is not helping. And it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
My mom's calling me. She's like, where the fuck are you? I'm
Yeah.
like, bah.
You're just crying and he's just like in the back.
Yeah,
waiting for you to
literally.
chill
I was
out.
like, could you please just leave me alone? But yeah, so there was that one. And then another one. This one was hella embarrassing for me.
Mhm.
Okay, so this was back when I was in high school. Senior year. I'm like carpooling everybody to the track. And we all have our events too, which we're running late to. So like, of course, I'm like ripping. and I get pulled over, and I have like 5 people that I'm carpooling in the back of this minivan. I'm like, oh my God, the
Oh, no.
level of embarrassment. So I just like turn around, and I was like, guys, everybody start crying and looking really sad and
Yes.
depressed.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe he'll lighten up the ticket.
That is so smart.
He did not. He was really not impressed with me. He actually gave me like a 5-minute lecture about like some road safety and like how it's not okay to be driving at like, I think I was going like 125 and a 100.
Oh.
And he was like, this is so unsafe considering the amount of passengers you have in your car and blah, 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 blah. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, just give me the ticket and I'll be on my way. Like, bye.
Okay, wait, can we talk about like road culture real quick? Like with Albertans?
Oh, yes.
Albertans are crazy drivers. We drive everywhere. First
Yeah.
of all, like everything is a commute.
Yeah.
Let's see. We don't care how many people are in the car. You know how many times I've been in a car where like you had to sit on someone's lap or like
Oh, no. The amount of times that somebody will be like a DD to
Yeah.
a house party
Yes.
and like I'm getting into this minivan, there's already like 10 people in there. I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, great, I'll just
pile in.
lay across all of you then.
No, exactly.
And like the driver is literally like driving like he's on acid. Like no fucks given.
Yep.
Oh my God.
The cops in Canada are so
Yeah.
shitty
No,
that it doesn't even matter.
I remember in high school, like during Spare, because like everybody wanted to go to McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
but like only a select few of us at the time like had our license and like even had a car.
Right.
So like we would literally go in people's trunks
Oh yeah.
and like go to Don's. And this was
Exactly.
like such a normal thing. Like I remember like I had my minivan. That was like my first car or whatever. And I would just open up the hatch and I would start like slowly driving away and everybody would just like hop on in.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, great. Is everybody in? Like, let's close the hatch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If I need a ride to the club, yeah,
Oh
we're
my God.
piling in.
Ubers is not okay. The
No,
amount of times
exactly.
that like Uber drivers will kind of give me a look because I'm cramming like 8 people into this like
Yeah.
tiny ass Uber. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm like, drive.
That's why I always try to find a DD because then you can squeeze as many people as possible,
Right?
rather than calling an Uber for only 4.
Yeah,
like let's not
no.
be cheap here. We can fit more than 4 people.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Okay, wait, back to my tickets. What was the one that did me in?
That's actually crazy how many you have.
Bro, I swear to okay, I think I got 5 and then like the 5th one was the one that like did me in and I got my license suspended.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay,
Okay.
so I was such a fucking idiot. I'm on my way to work, like my summer job, and I'm in a 30 and I'm going 50. And of course I get pulled over.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck. And yeah, basically he like gives me the ticket and then like at first I was like, oh sweet, like this is a normal ticket. And like at the time, like I don't know why, I just didn't want to pay it online. So I went into the registry's office and I was like, yeah, like I'm just here to pay this ticket. And they were like, no, like this isn't a ticket, like your license got suspended.
And he didn't tell you?
And no, and I had no idea. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, like freaking out. And
You
she
start
was like,
crying.
you have to, yeah, obviously.
right.
I did.
Good.
Because I started crying because this bitch was like, yeah, like I need your license like right now.
Yes.
And they were like, you're gonna have to get somebody to like come pick you up
Oh,
from the registries. And I
damn.
was like, pardon me.
Yeah.
She takes my license right in front of me, takes a pair of scissors, cuts it in half.
No way.
I'm like, immediately, I'm like, this bitch.
the eye contact.
Literally. So then I had to, everybody else was at work but my dad. So I had to
Oh,
call
no.
my dad and
He's
be like,
mad?
hi, can you come pick me up? I was like, if it wasn't minus 30 out right now and I had a better jacket, I would have just walked home.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, but then my car would have been stuck there. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, it was traumatizing. Also, the PSA, don't get your license suspended because the amount of money that you spend getting it back,
Right.
like I truly think I ended up spending like $1,000 by the end of the whole process because you have to pay for your ticket, then you have to pay to get your license reinstated, pay to get a new photo because they
Whoa.
won't let you use your old photo.
Uh-huh.
What else? I went down to the courthouse and tried to like plead my suspension, was like, I'm a student, like I need to get to campus, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And thank God, like my older sister was still going to campus with me at the time so I could just carpool in with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, they literally like did not give a shit that I was a student. They were just like, yeah, like sorry, this is already like the minimum amount of days that we can give you. Like
Damn.
they were like, yeah, but you can't appeal basically. I'm
How-
like, great.
That's actually so like such an inconvenience.
No, I mean, kind of did it to myself.
Yeah,
But
but, like,
yeah,
damn, when it
no, I
happens-
definitely did learn my lesson. I will never do it again. I'm about to expose my mother. Mom, I love you. She got her license suspended 3 times.
3 times.
3 times. And she had to
Shelly.
get, she had to go to like defensive driving school.
So it runs in the family.
Yeah, it runs in so like, you can't blame me. It's genetics.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then like, okay, honestly, all of my friends have gotten their license suspended. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a
I know
thing.
one person, my old roommate, But she was like the type of person to be like, well, it's not my fault, like blah blah blah. You know, like she never took
Yeah.
responsibility.
Oh my God, Kate,
So-
do you? I've never met somebody that's had a Dewey, but it sounds like it would just be the worst thing on planet Earth to get a Dewey.
Yes.
Like, hey, a Dewey, for those of you who don't know, is a DUI, so like driving under the influence. Okay, I did not know this. You can't leave the country for a year.
You know my type.
People think a Dewey.
I got picked up to go on a date with this guy. He had a breathalyzer in his car.
No, you're actually joking me.
I'm for real.
Did he get you to blow for him?
No. He did it himself. He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, I'm sober now, like all this. Right off the bat, once I got in his car, he's like,
I
yeah.
literally would just get right out of that car. I'd be like, yeah, sorry, like, what am I so? Okay, it's not even like I personally could get over the fact that that person had a DUI. Like, I don't really care. Like, as long as you're staying sober now, I
Yeah.
can care. But it's just the fact that, like, I'm now going to have to go explain to my friends that
No,
I was in the car
exactly.
with the person with the breathalyzer.
No, exactly. That's
The
why I didn't tell
embarrassment.
anyone. Like, he
Oh,
pulls up.
No.
His big old
Pull up in the
truck.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, let's go.
Okay, wait, have you ever seen that movie, 40-Year-Old Virgin?
No, I actually haven't.
Oh my God, Kay, you need to go and watch it tonight because there's a
Okay.
breathalyzer scene and it sounds exactly like your date. It sounds hilarious.
It's actually.
Okay, also, there are like certain times where like I get pulled over or I get a ticket in the mail and I'm like, damn, you know, maybe I did deserve that one. But then there are times where I'm like, I was going fucking 5 over
Wait.
and you're copying me?
How many tickets do you have?
Okay, well, back in the on my permanent record right now, I only have 1
Oh, okay.
because all of like after 2 years, it gets taken off your permanent record.
Right.
So like, I mean, if you would have asked me when I was like 18,
You're
the
like,
answer
"Oh."
would have been 7.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
like now, I have no demerits, and I just have 1 photo radar on my permanent record now.
Okay, you're
So like,
clean.
I'm clean.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, listen, have I really changed my driving habits? No, I still like to speed. I'm just a better speeder, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be real.
She knows how not to get caught.
we know how to not get caught.
Yes.
We know how to bat our eyes. I'm not fucking around anymore.
Right.
And like also, I'm sorry. I don't say that I like speed. I say that I drive with a purpose. Okay?
Okay.
Like I'm trying to get from point A to point B in a timely manner.
Yeah.
I'm not here to like look at the scenery. Like there's what am I looking at really?
Yeah.
Like it's Calgary. Like it's not that pretty.
How many times did it take for you to get your license?
My learners, it took me 2 tries, and I remember after I failed the first time, I had like the biggest mental breakdown,
Right.
and I was like, I'm so stupid, but because all of my friends got it the first try, but
Right.
then like my actual like driver's test, I got on the first try.
Whew, you want to know me?
Yeah.
Okay, learners 3. Drivers, guess how many times?
If you say over 4, I get scared.
It took me 5 tries.
Oh my God. Okay, now honestly, I had a friend like back in like junior high where it took her 9 times.
Damn.
That's $900. It's
No,
$100 each time that you take the test, and then it's like another $300 to
Yeah.
get like your full license instated.
I think it's more where I'm from. I think it's like 200 a
Yeah.
try. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm like at that point, I'm like, why are you even taking like,
Get a grip.
you know, like
I even
get help.
I literally took
Take driver's ed.
I took driver's ed too.
Oh, but I didn't take driver's ed. That's the funny thing. I didn't take a
Yeah.
little like lick of driver's ed. Didn't even look like a YouTube video. My dad just taught me. Got it on the first try.
Good enough.
Good enough.
No, I was so like I was not ready to be a driver, but my parents they kept scheduling me like day after day after day because they wanted me to get my license. Like I don't know why they wanted me to get like right away. But bruh, the first time I was just a bad driver, like hitting curbs, speeding, whatever, like going too fast in the school zone. Second time I ran a red light. Third time I hit a curb. Fourth time it was like one of the same guys I had the first time. He just hated my guts. Fifth time, I don't know how I got it because like he told me to parallel park and it was like just behind one car, so I had like the rest of the whole street to parallel park. So I just kept reversing and reversing till I straightened out. He's like, yeah, good enough. So yeah.
Okay, but this is the thing though. It's like, to be honest, I haven't yet to parallel park since my driver's exam. Like I kind of avoid it like the plague because like
Yes.
I just don't. I'm out of practice now. I don't want
we
to do
are
it.
circling the block.
But oh yeah, like 1,000%.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be able to like slide on in.
Mhm.
But no, for my driver's test, I thank God I had to like do it in the winter because my birthday's in November.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Yeah, technically you're not close enough to the curb, but it's okay because there's a snowbank, so like we'll call it a pass."
Oh, perfect.
I was like, let me know the snow. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to do, what car did you do your test in? I had to do mine in this massive ass van.
I did mine.
And I had to parallel park this massive ass van in downtown. I was like,
downtown Calgary.
I know, I was literally stressing. No, I did it in Cochrane, so it wasn't as bad, but like still.
That's
I was stressing. And then also, okay, my driving instructor is so awkward. I was like trying to be nice. I was like, oh yeah, like you can adjust like, and you have like the heat levels to like what you like. She was like, okay. And then I like sneezed and she was like, oh, God bless you. I was like, oh, thank you. She's like, and then she went on like a 5-minute rant to me. She's about like how God bless you came about. I was like, okay. It was just like very, like, it was a very stressful situation. Like, okay, first off, okay, that's another thing. So you're supposed to walk around your car before you get in it.
Right.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But I totally thought that that was just like an instant fail.
Mm-hmm.
Who walks around their car before starting it?
My dad.
Are you serious?
My dad, because like his job, it's like all safety related or whatever. He works in like the electrical field, so like he's always like walking around checking the bottom, all of our cars. Like, hey, let's go.
Oh my God.
I did my driver's test in a Ford Explorer, and like those cars are really high up, and like the windshield is such a weird like perception.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
have a Ford Fiesta, and it's like similar
It's-
kind of make.
Right? It has like a weird like glass to it.
Yeah, it is very weird. It's like your perception of depth kind of
Yeah.
gets skewed a little bit because
Yeah.
like the windshield is so leaned back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's basically like you're driving in an egg.
yeah, honestly, that's the best way to put
Legit
it.
though. Okay, but honestly, I will say one thing about like Ford Fiestas and Ford Explorers. Like, you can like park anywhere. Like, it doesn't matter how tiny the spot. I'm fitting in. It's like it's too easy. Oh my God.
I wish.
Okay, dream car.
My dream car. Oh.
Or cars?
Okay, you go first. I need to think.
I need to think too.
I'm
Okay,
not like a car
for me,
person.
like this is like very impractical for like the climate that we live in. But like maybe if I lived on like Key West or something, I would totally get like a vintage Ford Bronco.
Ooh.
Like, but like vintage. Like, I want like the teal blue
Like a
with
O.J.
like
Simpson.
the white. Yeah, with like
Yeah.
the white and then like the wood interior, and it needs to be stick.
Ooh, class.
So that would be my dream car. If we're talking about like dream modern car, I
Something
used to want
reliable.
like a Tesla just
Yeah.
because like that would be handy as hell. Like getting somebody to just drive for you.
Exactly.
While
I was like,
eat.
you don't even have to drive.
Exactly. So like I would totally get like a Tesla with like the butterfly doors. If we're talking about like my practical, like realistic dream car that I probably will get one day, I would say like Toyota RAV4, but like white with like the black finishing.
I always wanted a truck. For whatever, I always wanted a truck. Just like, I don't
I
know.
can't get behind trucks. Like after driving around Robbie's truck,
Yeah.
like that thing is a unit.
Yeah, it is.
Like you can't park anywhere. You can't really like it's so
I
inconvenient.
don't know why. It's just kind of fun though, to drive in a truck because they go so fast. Oh, but I always wanted a vintage, like a '55 Thunderbird, because where I'm from, there's like one parked right near like the grocery store or whatever, and I'd always go at lunch and look at it at school. And I'd be like, oh my God, it's my dream car. That shit don't even drive. It's just there. But I always wanted one of those.
Oh my
The
God.
class.
Yeah, the class. Okay, car that you would never drive.
Ah! Peachy Cruisers. Oh my God. I hate those cars so much. Every time I see one on the road, it just pisses me off.
Response. Okay, these are the cars that will just like always be ugly. Like, society cannot change my opinion on it. Kia Soul, Honda
Yeah, I was gonna say
Element.
Kia Soul.
Okay, wait, Kia Soul,
Yes.
Honda Element. There's another one that's like in that kind of like cubicle build from a different brand. I forget what it's called.
Why
though.
are they square?
They're the most unaerodynamic. My dad owns a Honda Element. Bless his heart. Dad, your car sucks.
Dad?
I'm sorry. Like, he knows that I don't like it. I call it the Rubik's Cube.
That's
Like,
funny.
it's the most unaerodynamic thing.
Why
And
are-
every time I have to drive it, I don't enjoy the experience.
You like, hope no one sees me.
But I can understand how it would, like, work for some people, I guess. For me, it's an absolute no.
Especially
Smart cars.
smart cars, yep.
Smart cars can literally burn in hell. What the hell are you doing in a smart car? You can't fit anything in there.
One time I saw a lifted smart car. Like
Get help. Just get
giant
help.
ass tires.
What? Like, why? Oh my God. Okay, no. For me, it's any kind of like Chevy Cobalt.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to think what that is.
It's just like a tiny little like 4-door with like a trunk car.
Okay,
Like very
okay.
basic, but I
It's
don't
just
like
ugly?
them. Yeah, I do not like them. For like, there are just like certain car brands that I'm like, you're ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Chevy is one of them.
I have a Chevy. This is targeted.
Rip. I know Robbie has a Chevy too. Sorry guys. Chevy and GM, like I just
GM.
think their cars are kind of ugly.
Mm.
Honda, their cars are cute, but like the interior of them is all the same. Like I want to know that I have like a special interior. Like who cares about the outside of the car? I want to know about the buttons inside.
Yeah, I like the inside.
Same. BMW's big waste of money. Like no. Mazdas, they rust too easy, so that would be a no. Toyota honestly is like a good sturdy brand. I've yet to find like a Toyota that has failed me.
Are you a car girl, Maggie?
No, but my dad's a mechanic,
Oh,
so
right.
it
So
just
he
kind
knows.
of, you know,
Right.
but I would rather die than buy a motorcycle though. Like
Really?
you're
Well,
just
you would die getting a motorcycle.
You're just asking to get killed.
Yes.
Like, congrats, you've now just spent $10K on like your future funeral.
But you know what I heard? These ladies I know that have motorcycles, they told me it only cost them $40 worth of gas to get to Edmonton from where I live, which is like about 5 hours.
But like think about like your ass though. Like your tailbone's hurting by the end. You're in straddle the whole
Oh,
time.
I guess so. You need to carry all your shit in a backpack. Imagine it just all flies out.
Literally, okay, that's the thing.
I'm too high maintenance for that.
No, do you know how many bags I packed just for like a overnighter?
Literally.
It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like no, it's not funny.
Yeah.
I remember like when I used to like the first like couple months of like me sleeping over at my boyfriend's house, like I would have to like pack so modest.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, I don't care.
Just
like
be
I bring
honest.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. I will bring my massive suitcase. Thank you very much.
Suitcase.
Should we get into the rants?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I was like completely unprepared as to what I wanted to rant about, but as soon as we started talking about cars, I know exactly where to start. Okay, so on the subject of cars, let's talk about PT Cruisers. What are those? I can't. Like, I can rant about those all day. Every time I see one, it just ruins my day. I don't know what it is. Like, why are they shaped so like circular and square at the same time, but the front is weird? I don't want to ever set foot in one. Like, I watched The Office or whatever, and like Michael Scott, he had like his PT Cruiser. Why? It's so ugly. He'd show the interior on some episodes.
It's
No
Britney,
need.
bitch.
Yeah, like no, I don't care that the top can come off. It's still so ugly. It just drives me to drink, to be honest with you. And like they're like less and less common as the years go on. I'm like, okay, good. Like, as it should be. Like, go extinct, you know? Be a dinosaur. I don't ever want to see a PT Cruiser on the road again. If I ever had someone, like, pick me up in a PT Cruiser, I just simply would not go.
What if they had a PT Cruiser and a breathalyzer?
And a PT Cruiser and a breathalyzer. Yikes.
That's when you're just like,
Okay,
no,
now, that cancels out. That's the dream.
no. No.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say is that I just can't be doing with a PT Cruiser. Do they have modern PT Cruisers? Because, like, there's only, like, one model, I swear.
Let me Google this.
You know, like, I only see one.
Hold on. I don't think they do.
No,
No,
those are so ugly. Good. I can't stand them, especially the red ones. Oh, I'm getting so close to the mic. My levels are, like, blowing through the roof. But I can't stand PT Cruisers. If you drive one, you're a terrible human being. I don't care. Like, what the hell is that? Like a mustache-looking, Hitler-looking mustache in the front of the car? What the hell? That looks like a hearse and a Mini Cooper all in one. Look at the one with the flames.
Ew, oh my god, the white interior.
Exactly, the white interior.
Alright, 2 minutes is up.
I
Your
need to
PT
catch my
Cruiser.
breath. Anyways.
Okay, my turn.
Oh,
My turn.
get the time.
Okay, let's talk.
Girl to girl.
Girl to girl,
3, 2, 1.
blushaholic to blushaholic. What in the hell is wrong with people? Like, okay, today, for example, we didn't even get that much snow. A light amount. I barely had to warm up my car. Why the fuck are we all driving like grandmas? Like, I understand, like, you know, you could perhaps go the speed limit. Maybe don't go over because the roads are icy. That's totally fine. But going like 20 under? Give your head a shake. And then don't brake check me like I'm the bad guy for wanting to get somewhere at a glacial pace. It's not a 20. It's a 60, Bernice. God. I just, like, there is something. Maybe this is why I used to get so many speeding tickets when I was younger. But, like, there's just something that, like, it just triggers something inside of me. Being stuck in traffic or being stuck behind a slow driver, I could rage. Like, I would be in the best mood. But, like, Kate, you can't seriously tell me that while you're tailing somebody's ass, you can, like, properly jam out to the music in your car. You can't. You're distracted. Yeah. All I want to do is throw my mini Pitbull concert in my car in peace and drive at the pace that I want to drive. I don't think that I'm harming the rest of society by going, like, 10 over the speed limit. Sue me, okay? Oh, just like, Lord, bear me strength at this point. Every single time I go out onto the road, I swear to God, there's like, and then also those stupid drive safe cars. So at first I was like, what are the drive safe cars? Like, I just thought they were there to, like, you know, perhaps breathalyze somebody if they looked a little wonky on the road. No, they're in there getting photo radar tickets.
Are they?
Yes, they have like a full camera set up, and I had no idea. So now if you ever see the drive safe cars, slow down, because I got a photo radar from one, and I fucking hate that officer. He can literally suck on my big fat toe. But yeah, I just really hate slow drivers. I think that's what it boils down to. Slow drivers, people that don't know how to park, and oh my God, people that actually feel the need to come to like a full like one Mississippi, two, like that kind of a stop. Yeah. What are you doing? And like, okay, not to call him out, Robbie, you do this, and it pisses me off. We've had many conversations in the car.
Oh,
Bro, it was so bad. Okay, story time. So Robbie and I took a trip to Kelowna this summer. That's a 7-hour drive. He drove the whole thing.
Oh, no.
And by the end, I booted him out. I was like, I need to drive your truck.
It was more than an 8-hour drive.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we were following my friends. And like my friends, you know, they are like very spirited like me on the road and, you know, like to get places at a good time. And I literally, after every single stop, we would lose them, or they would wait for us at a gas station. We'd be 20 minutes behind them. And they'd be calling me, texting me. They'd be like, where the fuck are you guys? I'm like, it's out of my hands. I'm not the driver. I'm like, we're here with fucking Grandpa Ronnie.
She's so funny.
At least I know that, like, he's a safe driver, and I never have to worry about him on the road. He is always concerned about me on the road. He's like, don't, like, be careful. Like, the roads are bad. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's fine. I feel like that's it. We gotta get to class.
Well, oh yeah, you do that.
Oh, sorry, guys. It's my turn. Back off, Hunter. Okay, so thanks for listening. No, I'm kidding. Oh. Honestly, I think this episode will be posted on a Sunday because we're busy women. And leave us alone. We're busy women and we have cars to fix.
No, exactly.
We have cars to fix. We have things to record, tickets to pay, tears for the officers to be had. I can't be pressured into making these episodes every week.
Leave us alone.
Leave me alone. I'll do it on my own time. Anyways, if anybody wants to like donate money to us.
That came out of nowhere.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, but for real, thanks for joining us for this week's episode. Hopefully you guys are all staying safe on the roads, unlike us, but you know, we'll try to be better at it. As always, our handle is According to Us. You can follow us on Instagram. We have our YouTube channel and we have our website. Very coordinated. And you can follow our personal Instagrams, which is Hunter Pratt with technically 3 T's, but this week it's 6 T's. And then mine, which is Maggie_Brolsma. Other than that, I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Good luck on your finals. Yeah. You know, don't cry for your prof. Cry for the officers.
Yes, exactly. Good evening.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm over this.
And we're out.
Okay, goodbye.